You don't have to post every single day in your feed. Keep in mind that yes, the more often you are posting to your Instagram feed, the faster your business or your following is going to grow online. Keep in mind that pumping out a ton of crap content is not going to be as good for your business as being more strategic and putting out less but much better content that connects with your audience and really helps to grow your business, and not just a numbers game where you're just going to pump out a bunch of stuff, get a bunch of followers, but then still struggle to book brides. You can have thousands and thousands of followers on Instagram, but if that's not translating into people in your inbox, and the people in your inbox aren't translating into quality bookings, then it doesn't matter how many times you post. If you create a bank of stories that you can pull from, you can show up consistently in stories and you're posting more often, which helps to feed the algorithm and helps to keep you top of mind and helps to keep you connecting with your audience. That doesn't require you getting on and talking to your stories. It doesn't require you getting on as consistently and showing what you're literally doing in those moments. So I recommend creating a content bank just of stories content and some slides. So slides are going to be each of those little posts in your stories. It's a new story, but a slide I would say would be more of a static image in the story format. All right. So you can create ones that are just about your availability. So if you are sick and you're in bed and you just don't feel like showing up, you can schedule some things to post throughout the day, or when you're feeling up to it and you're not sleeping or whatever, you're not busy. If you want to manually post, you can go ahead and do that too. Availability updates, if you have screenshots of reviews, or you take a review that somebody left for you, you put it into a Canva template and you make it all nice and branded and then it's really pretty, you can post those. Requests for reviews, all right? So you can just have something that's already pre-designed inside of Canva, and then you add a link to where they can leave you a review. So if you collect reviews on Google, you put together a nice little Canva template that says, please leave me a review on Google if you haven't already, and then you put the link button in through the link sticker. And you can post that on days when you just don't feel like showing up or you don't know what else to post. Having these things already created. Because guess what? Not everybody in your following sees every single story, all right? And the story is gone in 24 hours. Guess what? You can reuse these things. You can reuse these things so many times over. You don't have to create stuff from scratch. I think this is where people really struggle with consistency. They think that they're like, what am I going to create today? I have to create something. I have to post something, so I have to create something. You could create something and reuse that thing for 6 fucking months, for 6 fucking years. You can use the same damn thing over and over and over again. Nobody cares. Not everybody's going to see it. So every time you post it, there's going to be a few new people in your audience that never saw it yet. You get new followers every day or every week, every month, however often, you've got new people coming in. So if you posted something in your stories 3 weeks ago, all the people that have joined you in the last 3 weeks, they've never seen it. Is that information useless? Is it obsolete? No, it's still relevant. It's still something that helps to grow your business. So it's called evergreen content. It's evergreen. It never dies off. It stays alive, it stays flourishing, and it stays beneficial to your business throughout the year, for months, for years to come, okay? So things like those availability slides, those reviews. Just because you posted that review once doesn't mean that you never can post it again. You can post that same review multiple times. Don't do it like every single week, be the same person, because people are gonna be like, all right, so she just keeps posting that same person. Does she not have any other clients? But you can repost stuff, a few weeks apart, because again, there's gonna be people in your audience that didn't see it the first time. This is why having these generic B-roll videos and photos is great, because they can become evergreen content. Videos and photos are not content. Content is the thing that you create with them. All right. So that generic video of you applying lipstick to somebody, you can put somebody's review text over the top of it. You're not showing the whole face. It doesn't have to be that person that you're putting the lipstick on. You can use it for that. You can use it again later to talk about how to select the right lip color for your wedding day. You can use that video that you created for the glam waves of, putting your hand behind it and moving it a little bit in the light so they can see the movement to it. They can see the shine coming off of the hair. And you can use that to talk about 10 different topics related to glam waves. All of these different kinds of things. If you want to, you can even just take some stuff of you on a good day. So like today I had my hair and my makeup done because I'm filming some stuff. I'm going to leverage this time when I'm in a good mood. I feel good about how I look. I gave myself a blowout. I've touched up my roots. I got my Angry Birds eyebrows on. They're a little fucked up right now because I tried to do a lamination at home earlier in the week and totally screwed them up. But they're not too crazy, I feel like. So I'm still like, all right, I'm okay with how I look. What can I film today? What can I do? I can take some selfies. I can take some little videos of me doing things. I can film some tips and things like that to be educational content for an upcoming launch that I have. All these kinds of things. I can just take a video or a picture of me with my coffee. I don't even have to show my face if I don't want to. I can just take a picture of my desk and my setup and my coffee. And I could use that as the background for a slide and do my daily breakdown agenda. What am I up to today? Telling my audience what am I creating and how is that going to benefit them? You can do the same thing for your business when you're talking to brides. What are you up to right now? It could be just your coffee in front of your computer and you maybe have your email pulled up in the background. Blur it out so you're not giving away anybody's personal details, but you can just put in there, today is admin day, I'm replying to all of my emails, all these kinds of things. We're leveraging when we have the time to create the content or the behind the scenes stuff, that B-roll things to make the content from. Now that the holidays are coming up, you can create things about, now it's the slower time, people are getting engaged, all that kind of stuff. Take a video of you setting up your Christmas tree, if you celebrate Christmas, obviously, with your friends and family. Thanksgiving was just a week or two ago. If you took any photos or videos, you can put those things together. Even if it's not Thanksgiving anymore, you can still create content around being thankful, how the brides that you've worked with in 2023, you're so thankful for them, and you're looking forward to working with brides in 2024. Like there's a million little different ways that you can use very generic content to give new messages or to recycle the same message. What's something that you say a lot? And you can just put together like a frequently asked questions or a frequently talked about topics and just make a list for yourself. I do this a lot when I'm creating content for things. Each of my courses I launch online and I go very heavy in my stories during a launch talking about different things. I create different content around topics. If you listened back in like the episodes in like the 50s and 60s was around the time when I was launching my course, Unique as Fuck. And I talked a lot about branding. So a lot of my podcast episodes were about branding. A lot of the things that I posted on Instagram in my feed were about branding, or in my stories were about branding. I'll think of, okay, what are all the things that I want to talk about that have to do with branding? Are there videos or photos that I can capture that would be a good visual aid to help showcase what I'm trying to talk about? So you can do, again, the same thing in your business. What kind of questions do you have about hair? How to prep, products, different types of styles, glam waves. I keep going back to this one because it's just such a big trend right now. There are different types of glam waves. There is the old Hollywood style where it's all brushed together and a little bit tighter. There's more of a loose, relaxed, modern kind of wave. When you have bridesmaids or you have brides that have different front styles, make sure to grab some video of the different front styles so that you can string those together and you can talk about, if you're looking for waves for your wedding, It's important to understand how the front is going to be different. Here's some different styles, and then asking, for engagement, which one did you like best? All these kinds of things. What can you talk about for glam waves? There's a million different things. What clients do you have coming up that have glam waves? And then just kind of like write a sticky note or make a reminder on your phone, set an alarm for that morning to remind you, okay, today is a glam wave client. I really want to do more glam waves. I want to talk about more glam waves. I want to talk about different topics surrounding preparing and understanding and maintaining or whatever. Or if you're putting together a touch-up package, it's a high maintenance style. All right, you got clients that are doing glam waves. Remind yourself, take some video, take some photos, that specific. So thank you so much for joining me on today's conversation. I will see you back next week.